Nobody expected this. Not like this. Not in Toronto. The Rogers Centre was already packed by the time the lights dimmed. You could feel the tension in the air, not fear, not anticipation. Something else. Something that made even veteran Blinks reach for their phones and hold their breath. Everyone thought they knew what the set list would be. Everyone thought this would be another night of BLACKPINK domination, tight choreography, polished vocals, the standard excellence. But they weren't ready for Lisa Manaban of BLACKPINK. No one was. The moment came silently. No pyro, no flash. Just a sharp silence before a distorted voice pierced the darkness. "You want a new woman?" Crowds screamed, but they didn't really understand what was happening yet. When the lights burst back on, Lisa was already there. Alone. Standing under a beam of icy white, wearing a jet black outfit that shimmered under pressure. She didn't need to announce herself. Crowd already knew. Their screams had shifted frequency. It wasn't general excitement anymore, it was recognition. She was performing New Woman. Not just the choreography they had memorized from fan cams, not just the attitude they saw on TikTok. This was live, raw, and somehow more powerful than expected. Camera angles weren't ready. The stage lighting couldn't fully follow her movements. But it didn't matter. Lisa had entered her own timeline, and Toronto was the first city that got to see it live. And just when everyone thought they had seen the peak, she twisted the energy. No warning. No introduction. The heavy bass dropped, and suddenly the unmistakable intro of Rockstar roared into the stadium. Now things got serious. You could hear it in the shift of the crowd. A new kind of scream. This wasn't performance anymore. This was statement. This was Lisa telling the world, "I am not just a member of BLACKPINK. I am my own genre." And just like that, Toronto was no longer just another stop on the Deadline tour. It became ground zero for something else. What happened in that moment wasn't just a great performance, it was a digital detonation. Within minutes, clips of Lisa's solo stage were everywhere. YouTube Shorts, TikTok, Instagram Reels. Even platforms that never usually post about K-pop were sharing the same thing. Lisa BLACKPINK just broke the internet. And this time, it wasn't just a fan term. It was data-backed. Search traffic for Lisa skyrocketed within 2 hours after the performance. Google Trends spiked with phrases like Lisa Solo Toronto, Lisa BLACKPINK Deadline, and Lisa Rockstar Live. By midnight, she was the most searched BLACKPINK member in the world, for the second night in a row. But here's where it gets deeper. What fans experienced emotionally in that arena was also engineered to perfection. Not by accident. This wasn't just a moment of artistry, it was a strategic reveal. You see, Lisa's solo performance wasn't in the middle of the show just to give the other members a break. It was a positioning move, a visual soft launch of her post-YG identity. Her debut under her own label was already buzzing online, but this moment was the first time fans got to see what that meant. And it hit harder than anyone expected. Think about it. Most solo stages on world tours are designed to maintain flow, hold attention, offer variety. Lisa's? It restructured the entire emotional gravity of the show. After her set, the tone of the concert shifted. Not in a bad way, but in a way that made everything else feel like part 2 of a story that had just been interrupted by a revelation. There's something incredibly clever about how this was rolled out. Toronto isn't random. It's one of the most media-saturated, brand-active cities in North America. A performance that goes viral here has ripple effects in every continent. Lisa's team didn't just choose this city for convenience. They picked it because this stage could launch 1,000 headlines. And it worked. More importantly, it allowed her to test drive the brand architecture of LLOUD in a real-world high-stakes environment. And the verdict? Success. Total domination. But don't be fooled. What fans saw on stage was only the surface layer. Behind that were months of preparation, styling built not just for K-pop stages but for legacy visuals. The movements designed not just to impress but to imprint. And a sonic narrative crafted to remind the world of who Lisa is when she's not filtered through a group dynamic. That night in Toronto, she wasn't borrowing BLACKPINK's power. She was generating her own. And the fans felt it. When the chorus of Rockstar hit, it wasn't just hype, it was catharsis. The lyrics echoed across the Rogers Center like a prophecy. I'm a rock star, yeah. She wasn't asking for validation. She was declaring it. And everyone, every single person watching believed her. The fans who were there started posting shaky clips, screaming at the top of their lungs. The fans who weren't, they stayed up all night hitting refresh, trying to catch just a glimpse. Fan cams with 100K views in under an hour. TikTok clips that reached 500,000 plays before Lisa even finished her final pose. You could almost hear the global algorithm shifting in real time. Here's something not many people noticed, but it's crucial. Lisa's performance wasn't backed by big promotional banners or solo teasers beforehand. No interviews. No soft hints. Not even a tweet. That silence was strategic. Gave the moment gravity. Turned the crowd into witnesses. Not just spectators. That kind of rollout where scarcity meets surprise is marketing gold. It's the exact psychology brands use in luxury drops. Lisa did it live. And that's why it worked. By the end of her stage, something had changed in the room. You could feel it in the way the crowd responded to the next group song. You could see it in the expressions of the other members. Not jealousy, not competition, but pride. Support. 'Cause they knew. This was history. Not just for Lisa, but for the group. For K-pop. For global music performance standards. And it's just the beginning. Remember this, Lisa didn't need backup dancers to amplify her moment. She was the moment. Every beat she hit, every hair flip, every stare down the camera, it all screamed control. Not chaos. Not chance. But control. This wasn't an artist following a script. This was an architect building legacy brick by brick, performance by performance. And Toronto was the foundation. So if you're wondering why everyone's talking about this show, why it feels different than anything BLACKPINK has done before, the answer is simple. Lisa changed the rules. Quietly. Strategically. With precision and fire. And she did it in a way only she can, making everyone think they were just watching a show when in reality they were watching a brand being born. There are performers. There are entertainers. And then there's Lisa. Now, if you've made it this far, thank you. You're not just a fan. You're part of a bigger story. You saw the shift happen in real time. And if you want more deep dives like this, more breakdowns of these legacy moves from the inside out, subscribe. Hit the bell. Leave a comment about the moment you knew Lisa took over. 'Cause this is just chapter 1. And something tells me the next stage will be even bigger.